'Tis be a time to party with the pandas. Next time in the workshop. Hi guys, welcome back to the workshop. We are continuing with our Party Panda Pirates pirate ship. It's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? As you can see, one side, you can see how the highlights have added a little bit of life to the ship, whereas the other side just kind of looks, brown. So that's where we are going to start today. We are going to start by bringing life to our ship. And for that, we are going to use our Gorthor Brown. And while I'm shaking that up, in your basket, Rue. Good girl. My studio cat, you know her. She's wandering around pretending that she wants attention. Okay, she wants attention. And I'm going to give it to her. Hopefully, I'll have done enough that she will stay put. Okay, so shuck up the Gorthor Brown. Where did I put? There it is. Put a bunch on the brush. And now we're just going to give the ship a nice coat of the Gorthor Brown. And we will start bringing the wood to life. Hopefully, it'll look pretty decent. Again, at this point, it's a little messy. That's okay. We're not worried about mess right at the moment. As things will be tidied up. When we go into other colors. There we go. And again, I still leave the previous color that I've been dry brushing with, and I go on to the next color, which is the highlight color, and that is our Baneblade Brown. Kind of do the same thing. Get a nice brush full. Most of it will be taken off. Then we do a slightly lighter. We're just hitting the kind of the edges of things. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the inside of the crow's nest. Oops. There we are. And that's both sides of the wood momentarily finished. Clean your brush. Okay. Put that away for now. And you can kind of compare the two sides and see how close they are. Not bad. I mean, they're going to be stored in two halves anyway. Now we are going to start with lead belcher. And that is for the exhaust. And as you can see, it's not quite, a one coat coverage, but that's okay. We'll go back over it when it dries. Make it, hopefully try make it a nice solid silver color. It's going pretty well. And it's just kind of falling in the rough spots. It didn't quite get, didn't quite get the paint. And of course there's a set of exhaust pipes on the other side, so we will be moving to those after we get this done. There we are. At this time, if there's any other spots that you want to do silver, since you have the silver paint out, now would be the time to do it. And here's where you try and be as careful as you can. Putting the colors in. And again, if it's not a full coat, that's okay. Let it dry a little bit. And then go back over. And hopefully it'll give you a nice smooth finish. There we go. there's more silver, or I've decided that there's going to be more silver on here than I thought there was going to be. Every time I look at something, I'm like, yeah, that'll look good, silver. I'm going to do that, silver. Do that bare metal, And that's all right. Now we're just making sure that it's all cut in and all nice and smooth. There we are. You can see where I've decided what'll look good. Silver, well, I've made silver. And again, don't let anybody tell you that what you're doing is wrong, or what you're doing is not how they would do it. That's fine. That's not how they would do it. We are going to wash that brush, clean it, put it aside for a moment. I'm going to take my Nuln oil, which is like the greatest color, the greatest wash you can use for silver, in my humble opinion. Don't let that, color you. No pun intended. And then we are just going to slap on the black nice and thick there. Again, we're just going to slather that on there and work it around. There we are. There we are. I believe that's all the silver got for that side. And then what we are going to do is we're going to start doing the other side. Okay, so here we are. Most of it's dried already, but we're still going to put this one aside. And we're going to go on to this one right here. And we're going to close this up because I don't want to tip it over and have it pour all over the place, which is what what it does from time to time. I'm going to shake the lead belcher up again. Got some of it on my thumb, which I don't know how I managed to do that, but there it is. And I had, well, whatever. This will do. And we are going to have at this side. There's a little bit more detail, a little bit more stuff that I want to have silver. So take a little bit more time. Well, try our best to keep things nice and tidy as we go through. There we are. Ooh, barrel. A weird little sun visor thing at the front of the boat. Now I don't know if what's underneath the sun visor is supposed to be like a big window, or maybe where a nameplate would be. Either way, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna make it as a nameplate. Not sure if I'm gonna, write anything in it. If I do, I do. I don't know what I'll write, but again, you don't have to be quite as tidy doing the barrel here, because it's going to be tidied up by a different color a little bit later. But, if it is tidy, then yay. If it's not, it'll be fixed later on. No big deal. There ain't nothing that can't be fixed when it comes to painting anyway. Now, I am making up all of these colors and where I'm putting them and everything like that as we go. I don't have a picture or anything of how it's supposed to look fully painted. Well, I'm just painting it how I think it should look and how I like it. Now, there is something that I did notice that I forgot to paint on the other side, or on the other half. So we'll have to go back and fix that up. Of course, you know, we have the exhaust pipes, which I haven't done yet. Kind of leaving the pipes for last. And don't be afraid to, you know, move your miniature in all kinds of different ways. Try and get into the little nooks and crannies that you want to try and get into. Okay, so besides the pipes, again, which I'm kind of saving for last, I'm going to grab the other side, the one that we finished before, and I'm going to grab that bit that I kind of overlooked. Okay. Now, to do the exhaust pipes. And we're doing pretty good, I think. Uh, Being nice and slow, nice and neat. And we are doing hopefully a nice tidy job. And again, you know, don't worry. Take your time. It's not a race. I mean, unless you're in a speed painting competition, but if you're in a speed painting competition, you are probably not painting something like this. I mean, you might be, I guess. You know, and if there are overpaints, which with silver it's really easy to do, and it'll show up real easy. You can just go back in with probably the first highlight paint, the Gorthor Brown, and just kind of cover over top of it. Now we're just going over, make sure it's a nice solid silver color. Before we give it that nice black wash. Again, this is just nice solid, nice second coat to make sure that it's a nice solid color. There we are. There we are. And there are a couple places that I've overpainted, and we will clean those up. I mean, sometimes you just have a fleck of your paintbrush and then boom, you got silver in places where you didn't want silver. And that's just not a great thing. But that's alright. As, you know, like I said, go back to one of the previous color. And if you find that that's still too light, then you go back down to the base color. And it will hide the mistakes a lot better. That's good. There we go. There's a little spot. On the first. There you go. Just touching up little spots that you might notice that you have a bit of an overbrush. Okay, and then lastly, for today anyway, what we are going to do is we're going to give the new stuff that wash. And we'll be ready to go next time. Okay. Again, just slather it on, move it around. Yeah. Looking good, I think. There we are. I have to make sure that I go back and do the black wash on the spot that I missed earlier on the other half. Okay. And then lastly, we got that have to do. There we go. There we are. So pretty much this silver is complete. Might give it a bit of a highlight. We'll see. But, it's that time again. So, stay safe, be safe. Most of all, paint safe. And we will see you next time in the workshop.